Ready for the best local music talent in West Virginia? It's time for the Kaiser Music Local Artist Spotlight
on Lake Country
95.7 3WS. Now, here's your host, Bill Wise.
It's a Saturday afternoon. It is the Kaiser Music Local Artist Spotlight, where we play West Virginia homegrown artists on the radio. To get your music on, look up Kaiser Music WV on Facebook and make contact with Mary Ann. And of course, for the music lover in your family, Kaiser Music is the place to go. We're going to shine the local artist spotlight on Chris Neal today. Chris, of course, has been playing music for quite a while. Chris, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
Not too bad. Now, let me bring everybody up to speed on how we got familiar with one another. Met Chris last year at Hawk Knob Cidery in Greenbrier County, and we kind of made friends over some amazing barrel-aged cider and some good music.
Yeah, that was a good time. Great place, too. I'm still very fond of the product and the people out there.
Yes, they do make a fine product, and Chris, you're a mighty fine musician. That's where we were sitting there at the bar having a beverage, and you said, "Mind if I pull out my guitar and play you a song?" And it was like, it was just like it was meant to be.
Yeah, that tends to be what gets people to stick out there when I pull out the guitar, especially after they've had a drink or two.
Exactly. Not that you need a drink or two to sit down and listen to your music beforehand to soften it up. You're a great musician, but
I appreciate that.
Hey, let's talk a little bit about your influences, Chris, your musical upbringing.
Always grew up on old-time Appalachian folk music. I grew up on Irish folk music. All kinds of influences, really. Everything from old bluegrass to 90s grunge. I appreciate anything that has some soul to it.
Okay. First instrument, was it the guitar?
No, actually the guitar was, I believe, my third instrument. First was piano. I'd pick around on piano when I was about 5, just picking things out. Played a banjo a little bit when I was 10, and 14 I started playing guitar. I got my first guitar then, and it just kind of stuck with me.
If you had to name a couple of big-time musical influences in your life, who would that be?
Oh, well, that's really hard. It's not so much the musicians themselves, but it's more the styles of music that I like to lean on. I think about everybody has a message to be told, and you need to gather a little bit from all those people.
Talk about the first song we're going to play today. I want you to set up Old Stomping Grounds.
It was originally a song I wrote about what I thought was the family farm I grew up on, and as the lyrics started coming to me, I realized it was more about losing my father.
Wow.
So I kind of had to figure that one out myself after I've already written it.
So there you have it, Old Stomping Grounds on the Kaiser Music Local Artist Spotlight, the music of Chris Neal.
What I wouldn't give to set my boots on that floor. So many reasons won't go back there no more. Mud-crusted carpet and hardwood age by the fields. The memories of the last time I left. So many times that I walked through that door, rich in the love, but the spirit was poor. Overgrown land was giving up all of its yield, driving out that dirt road as I wept. Ashes to ashes, dirt turns to dust. Stove's gone cold and the roof's gone to rust. Life that once flourished can't be bothered to stick around. Dreams of the dreams that we dreamt in those summers. Plans rode in topsoil that's years been tilled under. Hard times of loss, good times times work to be found back at my old stomping ground. Crossing those ridge lines and waiting the streams, gazing at moonlight and sweating sunbeams, dirt caked in nail beds and calluses raised on my hands as aching bones rocked me to sleep. Heartbreaking G chords bursting at seams, listening to wisdom, wondering what it means, watching the harvest dry up over this God-bare land. Pray to Him for my soul to keep. Ashes to ashes, dirt turns to dust, stove has gone cold and the roof's gone to rust. Life that once flourished can't be bothered to stick around. Dreams of the dreams that we dreamt in those summers, plans rode in topsoil that's years been tilled under. Hard times of loss, good times work to be found back at my old stomping grounds. Ashes to ashes, in God we trust. The blood is run cold and the bones are all rust. Life that once flourished can't be bothered to stick around. Dreams of the dreams that we dreamt in those summers, all lost in topsoil the years have tilled under. Hard times of loss, good times work to be found back at my old stomping grounds.
It's Old Stomping Grounds. Chris Neal on the Kaiser Music Local Artist Spotlight. Chris, good stuff.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, that one means a lot to me.
As far as musically, what have you been into lately?
Really, just sitting around writing songs, trying to pick out something new that'll come to me.
I've noticed on Facebook a couple of your posts you've been singing with a young lady. Tell me a little bit about her.
That young lady is my wife. We've been together going on 18 years, actually, and she's quite incredible. I'm a lucky man to have her.
That you are, because she's got a great voice, very talented. I'm going to ask the atypical, cheesy question about songwriters. Where do you draw your inspiration from, Chris, as a songwriter?
I consider myself a songwriter second. I'm a storyteller.
Okay.
And the stories I tell are based off of what I've lived through. Some of them are exaggerated a little bit, and most of them are things that I've experienced. Songwriting just gives me the opportunity to tell my story to the people out there. I don't have the attention span to write a book, so thankfully I can play a guitar and I can get it out that way.
You can get it out in 3-minute segments.
Well, usually about 6. I have a lot to say most of the time.
Oh, 10-4. You're the Don McLean School of Songwriting.
Yeah, that's about right.
All right, the next song, Chris, we're going to check out here on the Local Artist Spotlight is What Got Into Him. What is the backstory on that tune?
It's a little upbeat, but it's about frustration. It's a lot of people ask for my advice, and I don't know, a lot of people don't take it, which I don't blame them. I've done a pretty good job of not following my own advice sometimes, but really just about getting away from it all. Getting some quiet time in and just centering yourself before you get out and help other people, because you can't help other people unless you can help yourself.
All right, the name of the song is What Got Into Him. It's Chris Neal on the Kaiser Music Local Artist Spotlight.
People come to ask me stuff, but only when their life gets rough. Think because I grew up tough, I'll have some advice. We'll sit down and have a word out, tell them things that I've learned, new wisdom I've heard. They'll say, yeah, that's nice, when they get on up and out the door. I know that they'll come right back for more. Never quite grasp what I mean, I'm just a wall for them to lean. I don't lean on anything except the beech nut and the bush and the Bible. Feeling like that rotten beam, just holding up the barn. Heavy gust of wind and the snow piling up above the rooftops. As we're creaking and a crumbling, folks don't see the harm. That old Coleman lantern burning bright, and the doors unlatched and swinging on its screeching hinge. When the fire falls down off the peg and I burn up in the night, just listen to them all say, I don't know what got into him. Broad shoulders can't hold it all. Eventually that man will fall. Help around, he'll crawl, shutting himself on down. Slip off for some quiet time, a wailing song, a strong farm wine. Drive his truck where there's no lines, won't look back at the sound of people reaching out their needy hands to drag him back into their mess again. Drop the pedal to the floor with locked-in hubs and grabbing for. I don't lean on anything except the beech nut and the bush and the Bible. Feeling like that rotten beam, just holding up the barn. Heavy gust of wind and the snow piling up above rooftops. As we're creaking and a crumbling, folks don't see the harm. Pile them up deep in the hayloft, leave that old Coleman lantern burning bright, and the doors unlatched and swinging on its screeching hinge. When the fire falls down off the peg and I burn up in the night, just listen to them all say, I don't know what got into him. just holding up the barn. Heavy gust of wind and the snow piling up on the rooftops had me creaking and a crumbling. They never saw the harm. Roof is all caved in and knocked that Coleman lantern right down on its side. And the doors are latched up tightly and they won't budge off their welded hinge. Fire burns stone cold and it roars on through the night. I'm just listening to them all say, I don't know what got into him.
It's the music of Chris Neal on the Kaiser Music Local Artist Spotlights. It's what got into him. Now, Chris, social media platforms, everybody's on the socials. Let's get yours out there in case somebody wants to make contact with you. I
have a Facebook page. It's at Chris Neal Music WV. I stay pretty active on there, and people can message me on there. Also, if people just want to hear my music, they can follow me on YouTube at Chris Neal Music. That's mainly what I use.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Chris, it has been an honor and a pleasure, and looking forward to doing it again sometime, okay?
Hey, thank you very much, Bill. I appreciate the time and the opportunity.
Maybe we can sit down and share a cold cider one day, and then you can sing me a song again.
Oh, that sounds great. We'll have to get together and do that.
All right, Chris. You have a great weekend. It's the music of Chris Neal. It's wrapping up another Kaiser Music Local Artist Spotlight. Of course, Kaiser Music, for all of your music needs, Breedlove guitars, Line 6 amplification, strings, picks, straps, you name it, they've got it at Kaiser Music of Summersville. To get your music on, make contact with Kaiser Music on Facebook at Kaiser Music WV. We'll see you next week.
To get yourself heard on the local music spotlight, go to Kaiser Music on Facebook and set up your very own audition. Join us next Saturday as we spotlight another West Virginia homegrown artist. This has been a production of WSWW-FM, a WVRC media station. All rights reserved.